Wonderful. Okay. Hey, welcome everybody. My name is Chuck Hanson. I'm going to be your host for the next 30 minutes or so. And if you just got off the Les Brown video, I hope you enjoyed it. One of my favorites, and something that I do, and quite frankly, I do it for you, but I do it for me. Right? I love to carve out the time to just spend and reflect and listen and, feed something positive into my mind. And that was a great message. And I would encourage you to, continue to do that all the time. As for me, you see a little bit of bio about myself. If you're brand new to Valentis, if you're looking at Valentis for the very first time, congratulations, you're at the right place at the right time. If you're maybe perhaps been around the industry of network marketing and, you haven't found the right home, just stick around. We've got some great things that are going to be, that I'm going to share with you. And if you're a pro, right, if you're one of those people that have been around the industry like I have for the past 30 plus years, then you definitely want to pay attention because we're on a incredible path. And like I told so many people, this is the final play for me. This is the final play, and I'm really looking forward to it because you see, here's what happened to me. 1987, I was kidnapped by a good friend, and I was drug off to a network marketing meeting. And within that network marketing meeting, had it not been for him, had it not been for his, kidnapping me and taking me to a network marketing meeting, I would have never gone down that road. I would have never been to one. It was just something that I just didn't have any knowledge of, any respect for, didn't have any appreciation of. And so I just wouldn't have done it. But what I found in that meeting was kind of interesting. I found a lot of people making more money monthly than I was making annually after working at my business for over 16 years, right? So I paid very, very close attention, being the astute business person that I was. And so, I paid attention. By the end of the night, I decided that this is where I wanted to go. I made the decision that evening to get started. It cost me a lot of money back then to get started. In fact, a lot of money, right? 5-figure money. I did it without actually talking to my wife, which is another story that I'll tell you at another time. But, as a result of that, we have lived the dream. We really have lived the dream. And that's my message for this evening. I want to give you a path. If you're, I don't know what you're up to, I don't know what you've got planned for living your dream. Maybe you're still trying to figure it out. Maybe you don't have a plan. But if you've got the get up and go to do it, then I'm going to give you a plan that you can do something over the course of the next 3 to 5 years that'll impact your life and the lives of your family for years and years and years to come. Like I said, I was happily semi-retired up until May of 2018. I found myself the fattest I had ever been in my life. And I was looking for a solution to lose some weight. And lo and behold, wouldn't you know it? It's the law of attraction. I got a call from a good buddy of mine that I've known for about 8 years. And he said, Chuck, we've got the most incredible weight loss coffee that anybody has ever consumed. It's melting the fat off of people. Well, he hit the nail right on the head, right? He got my attention. He said, coffee? Okay, I drink coffee. Weight loss, something I was interested in. And it was melting the fat off, didn't have to go to the gym and, work for 4 or 5 hours every day. So got my attention. So I said, Dave, you know what? I'm not interested in building another team of people, but I am interested in trying the coffee. So I did. I went and ordered a couple of canisters of coffee, and this is what it looks like, right? This is what it was in when I ordered it the first time, canister, 30 scoops in a cup. Now it comes in these little single-serving packages and this package. But I got it. I started drinking 2 cups of coffee every morning, and lo and behold, didn't think it would work for me. Lost 9 pounds the first week, lost 18 pounds the first month, got my attention, right? That got my attention. I grabbed an airplane and bought a ticket, and I called Dave up on the phone, and I said, Dave, I said, I got to come and see you, right? I'm going to come up to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and spend a little bit of time with you. So I did. I'll tell you the rest of the story here in a second. Guys, we just made the leap, right? We just made the leap from 2019 to 2020 into a brand new decade. And, I don't know what you've got planned, but if your plans have anything to do with, making more money, which are usually some of the, things that we talk about, then I want you to pay close attention, because everything in your life is a reflection of the choices that you've made, right? If you want a different result in your life, you've got to make a different choice. You can't expect to get different results making the same decision over and over and over again. I love this little part on here, the Roaring 20s, because that's what it is. I mean, this is going to be a phenomenal. And what I want to do is I want to make it the best decade. I mean, we talk about having the best year ever. Who out there can do, I mean, a good year is great, but, really having the best decade is really much better, right? Having 10 years of really solid growth and things that have happened, very positive impact in your life. So that's what I want to do. I want to help you get to, your best decision and in your best decade ever. Resolutions, 94% of the people make resolutions. By February, half of them give up. Why? Usually because they're too small. They're not life-changing. They're not life-altering. It's like, oh, I won't consume sugar. Or it's something, small. Well, it's really not going to make much of a difference. But I want to give you something that'll be life-changing. So that's what this story is all about. If you knew, this is a great question, if you knew that over the next 1 to 3 years you could create a 5, 6, or 7-figure massive passive income, residual income, right? Would you commit the time, the resources, the effort necessary to make the plan work? That's what everybody, wants to know. If you're looking at this for the first time or maybe somebody has sent you over here to look at this information, that's what they want to know. If there was something here that struck you and you could do what it is we're about to tell you about, would you commit the time? Would you commit the resources? Would you commit to making it work? It really is a yes or no. The maybe or I'll try it, I'll stick my toe in the water, that doesn't work. We're looking for people that are 100% committed. So let's do a little bit of flashback for a second. How was 2019? Was it everything that you ever hoped it would be, right? How about the last 5 years? How about the last decade? I mean, just think back to, 2010. How was 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, all of those years leading up to where we are today? Well, if you don't want the next 10 years, this decade to be like that last 10 years, now is the time to do something different. So I know I keep talking about different. I know I keep talking about change. I know I keep talking about, making choices. And that's what it's all about, folks. I mean, really, and that's what I did. I mean, I made that choice 31 years ago. And as a result of me making that choice, like I said, we've lived an incredible lifestyle. We've owned 12 houses. We've had beach houses. We've had houses on islands. We've had every kind of car imaginable. And it's all because I made that decision to go into network marketing. Now, if I would have stayed where I was, which was comfortable, which was, average, I mean, I was making okay money, but I started making, in a very short period of time, I was making more money monthly than I had ever made annually. And that was life-altering. That was life-changing. And that's about what I'm going to show you, because that's the only reason I came out of being semi-retired, was because I saw the opportunity. I told you I made over $15 million in the last 30 plus years. I see me being able to make that much or more over the next 5 years. So that is, again, life altering. You know, it's all about a journey, right? The story of Valentis is just starting. It will be 6 years old this July. And it's a story about a journey that has a beginning and really has no end. It really is the missing piece to millions of dollars in your pocket. That's my buddy Dave Jordan, who gave me a call last May of 2018, told me all about the incredible weight loss coffee that I didn't think would work for me, but it has. Best opportunity I've seen in 30 years. You see, after I lost that weight, I jumped on an airplane, flew up to Dave's building up here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Luckily, it was June and not January. I don't know how I would have gone. But, you know, it was what I wanted to do was investigate. I wanted to put on my forensic investigation hat, right, and go and spend a couple of days with Dave looking at Valentis. You see, I knew him from being in the field. I met him in another company that he was associated with. That company went out of business. He told the owner, I'm tired of this nonsense. I'm going to go back to North Dakota and start my own company. I looked over at him, smiled, and said, Dave, I think that's a good idea. I think you ought to do that. And sure enough, he did. Dave has beat the odds. Let me just put it that way. He has beat the odds. Launched in 2014, 100% debt-free. Him and his wife, Joyce, own the company. 150, $160 million in gross sales now, global sales. We've got a global seamless compensation plan. I wanted to tell you about that because that meant something to me, which means that you can refer people anywhere on the globe. Anywhere they happen to live, they can become part of Valentis and we can ship them product, right? We ship them product under something that's called the NFR rule, which is not for resale, personal consumption only. So we can ship them product. First office was just getting put into the Philippines, now our #1 market. And, you know, Dave was cut out to be this type of, to own a network marketing company. I mean, he's got a great personality. I could go on and on and on with the accolades of everything. Dave Jordan is just one of those people that is not a stranger to hard work, and that's what it takes in order to beat the odds is hard work and a little bit of luck. And like I tell people all the time, I'd rather be lucky than good anytime. Your journey starts the day that you realize that your life sucks, right? That your job sucks. You know, if you've got a job and it sucks, then, you know, that's the day that this journey is going to begin for you. You know, maybe even your car sucks, where you live sucks, right? You know, you're sick and tired of watching your life slip away and you want more. That's when your journey is going to start. Not until, right? Until you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you're just going to remain where you are, stuck where you are, complaining, you know, of all the things that you don't have. And when you're ready, something great is going to happen. Whether this is it or not, I don't know. You know, it really is up to you, but it really has a lot to do with that last little piece, the law of attraction. You know, when you're ready, the teacher will appear. So, you know, what is it you want? You know, that's the first thing that you've got to, you know, ask, you know, what is it that you want, right? And what are you willing to do to get it? The other thing is, you know, I always talk about don't focus on the how, just focus on the why, right? What is it you want? Don't focus on how you're going to get it. That will all materialize. But if you focus on what it is you want, then that will materialize as well. So once you decide that you want things to change, nothing or no one will keep you from reaching your goals. I mean, it just won't happen, right? Nothing or no one will keep you from reaching your goals and dreams. The rest, the how, the you know, the ABCs, the step 1, 2, 3, that's all easy stuff, right? That's stuff that anybody can learn. Look, I learned it. I was a slow learner. It took me a year. I failed miserably for the first year. My sponsor quit the first week I went into the business. And you know, that was kind of discouraging. All my friends laughed at me. They go, Chuck, you resorted to network marketing? What's the matter? What's wrong with you? And I go, hey, you don't understand. You obviously think like I thought. I didn't think that there was any big money in this industry until I went to that meeting. So, you know, it's all about belief. Now I have as strong a belief in this industry of anybody you will ever meet. There's nobody that you could ever put me on the phone with that could talk me out and tell me that network marketing doesn't work. I mean, that's truly impossible. Effort, you're going to have to put forth some effort. I mean, this is not one of those get rich quick kind of schemes, right? This is a network marketing company. We are in the product distribution business. We move products from the source, Valentis, to the end consumer, and we're the middleman, right? We're the advertiser, if you will. So it's going to take some effort on your part. It's going to take a huge desire, because you know what? People will laugh at you. People will ridicule you, just like they did me, right? Until they see some things changing. And then they're going to become, because you know what, folks? Nobody wants you to be better than they are, right? And it's just human nature. They want to keep you birds of a feather, flock together, right? They want to keep you where they're at. So you've got to have a desire. Action is what moves things, right? So you've got to get in and get activated and get going and stay plugged into all the things that we have. Zooms like this, and we have these all the time, and we'll get you that schedule. Commitment. I can't say enough about commitment, because that really is the key to, you know, making any business work. Whether it's this business or any business or anything that you ever do, is your commitment to doing it long after you've made the decision that it's something that you want to do. You've got to have the discipline, right? There's lots of other things you could be doing, you could be looking at, you could be, you know, I really applaud the younger people that are part of our organization, that are part of Valentis, that are not doing what their peers are doing, right? They're staying focused, because you know what? In the next 3 years, the next 5 years, they could be done. I mean, literally, they could be done, and their peers will just be starting to begin their life. And, you know, these people could be done. They could be retired. The next part is consistency. You just got to stay consistent. This is a very, very, very simple business. I didn't say easy. I said simple. And so, look, if you just stay consistent, if you'll just do what we ask you to do, and there's nothing that I would ask you to do that I haven't done and that I'm not doing. So just stay consistent with your efforts. The secret, here's something that most people don't really understand, but this is the secret to a six-figure income. And whether that's a six-figure, you know, annual income, or if you've got, you know, bigger aspirations, a six-figure monthly income. And that is, you never quit and you stay focused. You never quit and you stay focused. You never quit and you stay focused. You know, I hope that I got that part through to you, right? Because there's going to be ups and downs. Not everything is going to be 100% going your way all the time. And there's going to be a lot of people around you that are not going to be supportive of what you're doing. And as a result, they're going to try to talk you into quitting. They're going to want you to quit because they're trying to protect you, right? You don't want to be protected. Go off and do it yourself. You know, the best revenge is massive success, right? Massive success. And that's what you can have if you'll stay focused. You know, what I'm going to do is provide you a plan. And, you know, most people go through life without a plan. They just kind of, you know, bounce around from one thing to the next. You know, everyone that focuses on the plan has the possibility of becoming one of the top income earners in the world. Now, that's a big statement, right? I mean, it's a huge statement. And it's a simple plan that anybody can do if you just stay focused. The plan works for those people with limited contacts, with massive contacts, with credibility, with no credibility, with influence, with no influence. It works for basically everybody. And the plan is not about cutting edge products. The plan is really not very much about network marketing. The plan is the plan. You know, it's basically a plan to take you from point A to point B. And it's really not about timing or, you know, it's just really simple math. And, you know, I'll tell you, if you'll give this plan a good 12 months, 2 years, something amazing is going to happen in your life. Here's the plan. Get started. The best way to get started is with a $600 business builder pack or a career pack. I like the business builder pack because it gives you samples, right? It gives you enough samples that you can get out to people. And it maximizes the payout of the compensation plan. So $600. That's a small amount of money to pay for a global business. Listen to me, small amount of money to pay for a global business. Commit to buying 3 products each month for $160.43. That's what it costs. Right? That's your monthly commitment. That's your commitment. And remember, I talked about commitment, right? And soon that commitment will be, you know, not coming out of your pocket. That'll be coming out of profits. You know, all I want you to do is find one person a month that'll do the same, and do that for the next 12 months. You know, just one person a month. Just talk to as many people as you have to talk to, sample as many people as you have to sample to find one person that'll make that same commitment. Buy a business builder pack, commit to buying 3 products each month, and them finding one person each month that'll do exactly the same thing. That's something that everybody can do if you decide to do it, right? Got a lot of people that are in the process of working this plan. What we did here is I told you, this is the plan, right? Month 1, your team size is 1, right? You go out and sponsor your very first person. You make a fast start bonus, or what we call a first order bonus of $100, right? So you made a little bit of money your first month. Now, you didn't, now, there's a lot of people that'll go out and sponsor more than one, but I wanted to take this down to the ridiculous, right? I wanted to reduce this down to the ridiculous and show you the kind of income that can be generated by doing the minimum amount of work. Now, for those of you that want to do more, go for it, right? Go for it. I don't want to restrict you, but you know, what I want you to do is create the duplication, right? Because it's all about duplication. It's finding that one person that'll commit to doing exactly what you're doing. The next month, you put in 1, your person puts in 1, you got 3 on your team, right? And what happens is this person here that you sponsored then makes his or her monthly purchase the following month. And that's called business volume, and that's going to add up. You'll see how that'll add up. That'll make a huge difference. And you make another $100. You just sponsored your second person. So you've made, so here you are. You're 90 days into the business. You made a whole $320. Are you excited yet, right? You have a team of 7. You have a team of 7, but there's 7 good ones, right? There's 7 people that have been hand selected to work on this plan with you, and everybody's going along. Month 4 gets a little bit better, right? Your business volume is going up every month. These 7 people make their monthly purchase. You're starting to get what we refer to as a dual team commission, and you'll see how that plays into the numbers. You start to earn on something brand new, which is a legacy bonus, which you see this is a $100 to infinity bonus on your 4th person forward. And I'll show you how that'll play into things. So this month you made a whole $260. So, you know, I told you you're going to have to be committed to pay $160 for your product every month. Well, now you're making enough money so that you're buying that product out of profit, right? Out of the profit. The next month, you're 5 months in, you got a team of 31 people, and your business volume is 1,500. You've now made $400. Now, let me tell you, we're an instant gratification, society. We like everything instant, right? We like instant success. We like instant everything. Nobody wants to wait. Nobody has very much patience. And that's another word I should put on that other screen is patience, because you've got to have patience. Nothing happens instantly. Everything takes time, right? Here you are, 6 months. Now you're $700. Now, most people would have quit back here at 90 days. Most people, because they didn't see instant success. But those people that believe that this is their plan for financial and time freedom will stay committed and stay consistent, doing exactly the same thing over and over and over again, and teaching those people that they come in contact with to do exactly the same thing. You're 7 months in the business. You made $1,300 that month. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit better, right? $1,300. You got a whole 127 people on your team. Now, here's where it starts getting interesting, folks. Here's where it starts getting interesting. The next month, you almost doubled your income. So somebody reaches out to you and says, hey, how's that thing you're doing? I mean, all my friends used to call it the thing, right? They didn't call it the pyramid thing. They just called it the thing. And I go, well, that thing's doing pretty well, and, once I reached that part of the business where that thing was producing, a six-figure monthly income, they go, you mean that thing is producing that kind of income? How's that possible? And, then I'd have to take them through the whole thing, right? 8th month, you got 255 people. The 9th month, here you go, right? 511 people. You made $5,000. That thing now just produced $5,000. Maybe that's more money, than you're making on your job. More than likely it is, since the average, annual income for most people is about $35,000. And that's a $60,000 annual income, right? But it gets better, right? 10th month, you almost double it up again. You're almost at 10 grand. Now that thing, when your friends ask you, they'll start to pay attention, right? That thing has now, created a $10,000 a month income, but it just continues to get better because it's now you're at that part of the business that really starts to explode and doubles and doubles and doubles. Now you're at $39,000. You've made more money monthly than most people make annually, right? The next month is crazy. And that is how this plan works. It works consistently. These are the exact numbers that our compensation plan will pay out. Don't worry about how it's done. It's all done by computer. We get paid every Friday. Dave has been paying us every Friday for now almost the last 6 years, right? And as you're about to see, this is the dream, right? I always had a dream to have a lake house. That was our lake house in Austin, Texas. I had a dream to have a few cars. Well, I've had more than a few cars in my lifetime. And, now Valentis is paying for some of those cars. But, I would encourage you to get back with the person that invited you to take a look at this information and, get your questions answered. But more importantly, if you're ready to get started, get started. Don't wait. I mean, go ahead and pull the trigger, get started, order your products, and start getting the training that's necessary. Here's our meeting and Zoom schedule. As you see, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, Dr. Chi. By the way, Dr. Chi is about $100,000 a month earner, makes way more money than I do. A whole lot of people make way more money than I do. But then we've got a Russian webinar Zoom that we do Dr. G, and then Diamond Mitch does this on Thursday. We do a great training on Saturday that you don't want to miss. And then the Tuesday and Thursday calls and the Saturday training calls. Today, my sponsor, Rick Geralds, did an amazing call on the Monday training call at 12:30 today. You can go to valentiscalls.com, and listen to that call. I would encourage you to do that, right? Go to valentiscalls.com and go listen to that call. You can listen to a lot of other stuff that's up there. That's where we, archive everything, but go listen to it. It's a tremendous call. So, if you're looking for, a way out, or if you're looking for a plan, that I would highly encourage you to pay close attention to what Valentis is doing. Our next big event is going to be in Henderson, Nevada, right outside of Las Vegas in May, right? The 13th through the 16th of May. This is where you need to be. Put it on your calendar, buy your ticket, get everything done, make your plans. That's the commitment. And bring as many people with you as you possibly can, because the more people you have there, the more the belief, it's all about building belief in this industry, in this company. And this is the type of event that'll do that. Network with everybody. We're going to have some cutting edge products that are going to be introduced, some training. I mean, it is a fantastic event, and it really will build your belief. Like I said, had it not been for me going to an event like this 31 years ago, I'd have never got into business. I'd have never got into business. But because I went there and I saw the people, that's all I needed. I needed to see it with my own two eyes. So, I'd like to, again, just applaud you for taking your time. I know time is valuable, and we just have so little, extra free time these days with everybody pulling at us in every direction. So I really appreciate you taking your time. Make sure that you come up and introduce yourself to me if you saw this and, I was at all, partly responsible for helping you make the transition over to an incredible career that could and will have an impact on your life and your family's life for a long, long period of time to come. Make sure you introduce yourself to me. I definitely want to meet you. So, hey, that's it for me. I want to thank you for being here this evening. And by all means, come and come to the event. We will see you there. And that's it, guys. We'll see you next Monday.